Alright, how's everybody doing? Got a new rifle here today. As you can tell, it's a Ruger. So let's open it up and see what I got here. There we go. And this is what they call the Ruger American rifle, Generation 2 Ranch rifle. And there's all the specs on it. As you can see, the model number. This one's in 300 Blackout. You know, I wanted one in 300 Blackout because I do have the suppressor. And I don't know, this is a pretty cool looking stock. It's got a really nice rubber pad down here. This is a spacer. You can take this out, and I believe they sell different size spacers, so you can, you know, shorten it or lengthen it, you know, to get your length of pull. And then it has this cheekerizer here on it. This is the low one that it ships with, but they also have a medium and a high riser that you can order off the website and put on here. The stock's pretty cool. It's some sort of splattered, black splattered paint finish. The rifle is like Cerakoted. It's like some sort of silver Cerakote. It does have a nice, you know, integral rail here on the top, a raised up, you know, nice rail. And as you can see, the barrel is fluted, which, I mean, I don't really care about that. Hopefully it'll still be accurate. The stock it's free floated. It does have some sort of integral bedding system that they put in here, and then it ships with this muzzle brake here on it. I can't see what that says. Oh yeah, it's just standard 5/8 by 24 threads on that. So this, like I said, this is a 300 Blackout. It does have the trigger, which there's no bolt, there's no magazine, nothing in this gun. It does have like a trigger safety on it, and supposedly the trigger is adjustable, I think from 3 to 6 pounds. The safety, it's got a Tang safety on it, which you can see all the way down. That locks the bolt, and then that is where you can manipulate the bolt, but the trigger is still locked. And then of course all the way up red is fire. So let's see, let me get the bolt out and look at it. Here's the bolt. Looks good. Big heavy duty bolt there. Yep. Looks pretty good. This piece here on the back, the cock and it does feel like it's plastic, but I don't think that hopefully it didn't make a big difference. There's the bolt knob. It looks like you can put a different bolt knob on there. So I'll go ahead and throw if I can, yep, there we go. Alright, so I got the bolt in there. It closes pretty good. So there's your bolt there. And it does have this piece right down here. As you can see, that's like a cocking indicator. That's indicated that the bolt is, you know, cocked and it's ready to fire. So, you know, you pull that down. You're still going to be able to manipulate the bolt, but the trigger is locked. Push that up. Gun is totally unloaded. Everybody unloaded. No magazine. As you can see, the little silver piece right there on the bottom of the bolt, when I pull the trigger, goes forward. So now you know the bolt is not cocked, the rifle is not cocked. You pull that back up, you see it comes back out, chamber another round. There you go, you're ready to go again. Put it back on safe. So this one, this is the magazine release. It ships with, I was kind of surprised. I figured it would just be a 10 rounder, but it's actually a you know, 223 5.56 P mag, which I thought was interesting because, you know, they do make the 300 Blackout mags, and the followers and stuff are a little bit different on them. So I thought maybe, you know, it would ship with a 300 Blackout mag, but anyways, as you can see, I mean, they fit up in there, you know. The bolt's locked, and then when you pull it back, it doesn't, you know, if it's empty, this bottom lug right here hits on the follower there, and it doesn't let you, you know, move the bolt forward. So it's kind of like a last round hold open type of deal there. Let's see. The mag, I mean, it does have a little bit of play in it, you know. I was just messing around. I got a metal, you know, GI mag, and it goes up in there. That's a little bit of play on that too, you know. So, but you know, there again, it's got the last bolt or last round holdover. You know, that bottom lug is hitting the follower on the magazine there, stopping the bolt from going forward. But you know, overall, you know, really nice fit and finish, it looks like. You know, so I'm going to see how it shoots. But first, I'm going to take it out of the stock. We'll look at the bedding that it's got on it, and then I'll probably go ahead and decrease that trigger pull down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the stock here and see what that looks like real quick. Okay, so there we have. I've taken the bottom magazine plate off, and then basically, you know, the action just comes out. But there's the bedding blocks that they have in the stock, and the action is actually cut out right there like little V's. So basically those blocks, you know, just lay right in there. So that's kind of like a not really a pillar bedding, but kind of hopefully will duplicate pillar bedding. Maybe, you know, get some good accuracy with it. We'll just have to wait and see. And then it has the I believe the trigger, I'll have to look in the manual, but I believe the trigger weight pull is right there. So I'll go ahead and see if I can get that turned down just a little bit, and we'll get the rifle put back together. Alright, I got it back to put together here. I'm just got this cheap trigger pull gauge, but I'm gonna see what I've got the trigger set at. It looks like it's about 4.5 pounds right now, so I think I took it down about 1.5 pounds. Alright, well, I'm getting ready to go shoot this gun for the first time and see how it does. One thing I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but it does have a 1 in 7 twist. I think 1 in 7 would be fine for both lightweight and heavier bullets in a 16-inch barrel. But we're going to find out. You know, I'm going to go shoot the thing. I'm going to try a couple different magazines here. And I don't have any factory ammo. This is all ammo I've reloaded myself, and then I've loaded all this for specifically loads I developed for my 10.5-inch AR. And so I don't know how they're gonna shoot, you know, in this gun, but we'll see what happens. But these are 147 grain full metal jackets. I got some. These are Barry's 220 grain plated bullets, and then these are Spear 125 grain. So you know, like I said, I've loaded these on a Dillon, and you know, this is what I call plinking brass, you know, and it's not like perfect brass. And then I've got these are some bullets. I think I might try these out too. These are some cast bullets that I cast and powder coated. It's the Lee 162 something mold, I don't know, but anyways, I got those loaded up, and I loaded those up, I don't know, maybe like last year. I just never have really got around to shooting them. I've just been busy, but I did order this, and I've never really ordered straight the 300 Blackout brass before, but this is what is Starline nickel plated brass. So I got my dies set up, so I am gonna do some more specific reloading for this gun once I get some initial shots through it and some initial groups, and just see how it does. So I'm gonna go shoot the ammo that I have loaded up, shoot a few groups, and see how it does. Alright, well, I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's probably one of the most frustrating range days experiences I've had in a while. I don't think the rifle functioned that great. I don't know how much of the shooting footage I can actually put in because I was like very frustrated and really getting mad most of the time. But this magazine, it didn't feed for me. Well, it fed maybe 2 or 3 rounds and then it jammed. This magazine, it wouldn't work at all. It wouldn't feed at all. The one that came with it is actually the one I used the most. It worked the best, but I still had problems with it. You know, the bolt is just not super smooth as far as feeding it, you know. The rifle itself, I mean, it's light. The trigger was fine. I don't have the best scope on here. I feel like it's not one of my favorites. It's just one I had laying around. But I don't know. Let's look at the groups and see what happens. You know, this was a 125 grain spear, and these are all my reloads, and these all shoot really well in my AR. You know, and it's this is a 1-in-7 twist, 16-inch barrel. Most of these reloads I've done for my short barrel. It's a 10.5 inch. It's a 1-in-8 twist. But anyways, this is probably shot the best. There's the Enforcer, 18 grains, 125 spear. There's the numbers on it. It said I had 5 shots. I'm not really for sure. It looks like there's only 4 there, but there was 5 on the chronograph. Like I said, the rifle was jamming so much on me. It was really frustrating. This next group is horrible. The numbers are good, and this is actually my go-to right here. These are 147 grain full metal jackets, 1963 feet per second. You see the numbers on there, 16 grains Enforcer. And this is my go-to right here for my AR, just for shooting plinking. These things shoot well for me, and I honestly, with my AR, I can get them all in here, no problem, like all day long. So I don't know why I had these 2 flyers over here. And you know, this is the first shot out of this gun, so maybe it'll improve. You know, I couldn't even get to the 220s on paper, and the numbers were horrible, and it actually looked like they were keyholing. And I'll try to put a picture of that in here that I got, but that's like right now the load I have worked up. It's a no-go for this gun. And then the last one's, it's a load I'd cast these bullets. It's a Lee powder coat, 19.5 CFE black. Loaded these up sometime last year. Never shot them. Thought I'd give them a try. Numbers are okay. The group, I don't know. It doesn't look like the barrel really liked them very well. So, you know, overall, I had a really kind of frustrating experience. And honestly, I had some light primer strikes on these, and it's really kind of frustrating. Most of these are loaded up with CCI number 41 primers, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but I had several that not only jammed, but I really honestly had light primer strikes, and they didn't go off. So, you know, I'm gonna have to, like, you know, pull these real quick, dump the powder out of them, make them safe. But you know, I've never had a problem in my AR. I run CCI 41s, like that's pretty much all I run when I have them, and I've never had a problem. But for whatever reason, I've had light primer strikes, and you know, with the regular, I had some S&B primers that I was using for a while, you know, and I loaded some of these were loaded, the 147s were loaded with S&B primers, and you know, they were fine. You know, it seems like the CCI 41s, which the cup is harder on those, you know, so I had several that didn't go off. So I don't know if it needs a heavier spring in it or what, but overall I'm honestly very highly disappointed in the way this gun handled and shot for me today. I've really never been as frustrated as I was trying to make this video, and it's took me a while to get to this point, you know. The main reason I got this was to shoot my suppressor with some subs, and the subs shot terrible. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board with my brass, just use some regular rifle primers, and you know, try to get something that maybe I can shoot in this gun to redeem it, because right now I'm just not real happy with it, honestly. But you know, that could change. It's just, this is my first shots with it, so it could change. But honestly, between the magazines jamming and the light primer strikes on those CCI 41s, I'm not really too sure about it, honestly. And the 220s keyholing, or you know, just terrible, shooting terrible out of this gun. I'm not really too sure about it. So anyways, I don't know. Hopefully this video was helpful, and stay tuned. I've got reloads. I'm doing reloads for this gun. I'm going to try to get this thing to shoot better than it shot today. Hopefully I can get there. So stay tuned, everybody. If you got any comments, anything, just let me know. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy. I bought this gun. I'm doing some shooting. I'm passing on information to other people. So thanks for watching. Give me some comments. Let me know. See you on the next one.